Call me Bucky, niggas lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. How a nigga rapping conscious but he ignorant? How he from the hood but still gon' go legitimate? How he fuck a bunch of bitches but they still respect the women? He still rolling this another, he just got the windows tinted. Homie stabbed me in the back and that can never be forgiven. And my palms been itching, man, I like the superstition. You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate, I just need a couple minutes. Tryna low by me, my cojones to the big ass. Bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Bitch, I get, bitch, I get, bitch, I get. Let me meditate, then I celebrate. Tryna get the cake, I don't take a break. Yeah, bitch, wait. Grew up in the 90s, we was watching Ricky Lake. We was eating top ramen, no a TV dinner plate. Made a couple dollars, so I probably get the steak. Go on out at John and Venice, I told Quinn and I'll be late. Ay, I'm so epidemic, I'm a cause an epidemic. Put my feet up in the building, bitch, I'm feeling like a bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian.
That's killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system. Since move back left, you don't want to change from the 4-3.
Boom, boom, boom. What's going on? What's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show. As always, bringing you that nuance, the thing that people don't want to talk about, the tactics. Why is Gakpo playing down the centre? Why is Elliott playing on the left? Why is Klopp just not that guy when it comes to tactics? And I'm going to say it out here, people. This is just evidence of it yet again. And when we look at the numbers, when we look at the figures, it starts to look scary. But look, big up to everyone in the building. Before I get into people in the chat, G, Romz, how you doing, my people, man?
Bless, bro. Literally just been a busy day, man. Bless. We telling me?
All good, man. Busy.
Here to talk about Liverpool again.
Exactly, we're here to talk about Liverpool again. Romz,
you come like some broken records. That's what we.
Yeah, man. But I think considering yesterday night's game, I think we should just run a nice video just to show the people that me and G obviously hurt him, but Romz on the other hand.
There's a collection, man, then. It's got this year's one. Got this one. Got the carnival one. Got last year's home one.
And Romz, which one were you wearing last night, bro? Don't tell me it was Highbury 06, the burgundy one. Don't tell me it was that one.
It was the burgundy one, man. It was the burgundy one.
I hear you.
No, that prop stopped last night, though. You're not going to hear me mention anything Arsenal now, but you don't already know.
What? Because reality's come to hit you now, innit? It's like, raw, like, they're actually going to do it. They're actually going to mud my man. If Arteta does this, he muds everything that Klopp's done. Everything gets mudded.
It's mad. That's an uncomfortable conversation.
That's an uncomfortable.
Real uncomfortable. I'm not trying to be a part of it either. I'm staying out of that conversation still.
Exactly, man. But look, we're going to get into it. We've got obviously Liam Smith in the building saying, big up JJ and whoever's on the panel today. Smash the lights, people. Whoever's on the panel, big up Liam Smith. But you have to remember, this is the panel. This is the show. Like, whoever else is on the panel are the extras. But this is the front three.
We'll give you a blind, Liam. This is the only time I'll ever hear you talk this bad about me or Romz ever again. But big up your dancer.
You know what it is? We like Salah, Firmino, and Mane. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how we come at. Whoever you want to.
So who's Firmino? Who's Firmino?
I claim my boy, but you too.
Yeah, he's a fake Samba boy, isn't it? He's a fake Samba boy. Romelinho and that, and just chopping and changing.
I say Romelinho and that. Nah, Raminho. I like that. Raminho. I like that.
Raminho, man. 100%. We've got Vincent Vega in the building saying, Jerry, big up. We got Mr. Brooks saying, evening JJ in the panel. Again, the panel needs to be G and Romz. You know what? This is why I'm saying I can't wait for the 1K. Because when we hit the 1K, there's going to be a change.
It's okay, man. Listen, look, Firmino doesn't always get all of the plaudits. I mean, it's calm, man. It's all right.
What are you Bobby as well? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'll have to be Salah. I'm left-footed, so I have to be Salah.
Yeah,
by default.
I'm on it, innit? I'm on it. Let's calm.
It would make more sense if I was Mane and you were Salah, though, obviously. But you know,
Yeah,
in this
but
case.
What you trying to say, G?
what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I've been mudded? Like since the beginning of the season, I've been washed. And G he will save us. He's the solution to the problems. You know, when G's not available, like we might as well just not do the tactics board. We might just scrap everything.
This is what I'm saying. We're gonna lose anyway.
He's trying to say if he leaves, we're just gonna fall to shit.
Yeah,
We're just gonna fall to shit, bro. Come on now, man. But this time we know Firmino's the system. So really, are we really gonna fall to shit?
Exactly. That's the question. Firmino's still being played, bro. After shocking performances, he's there twerking for Arsenal. He's still playing. He's still starting in the
Come on, man.
lineup. Mad. We got saying, big up the panel. You need to apply for the Liverpool job with G and Romz as assistants. Trust me, you'll do a better job. 100%.
Bro, I know we'll do it. Are you crazy? What loyalty? I'll be slapping these guys in the face if they want to talk about loyalty. Fuck all of that.
My bad. That's my intercom, innit, people. I had to just unlock that. Yeah, apologies. Kolonji, big up to Kolonji LFC saying big up Jerry and crew. What the bomber clock Jerry I deal with? You know like that?
What a bomber clock, Jerry.
Chris McAway saying crew in the house, big up. We got
Chris Martin, big up. And that's your new name, Chris Martin. Big up,
there we
Chris.
go. We got Rain in the building saying big up. We got Wino. Do you know what I mean? We got M-Tom is in the building saying listening to Midnight Therapy. That's what it is, man. You need that Midnight Therapy. We got Phoenix in the building as well saying just finished watching G's post-match reaction a few minutes ago. So this is a good continuation. Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what?
Love Phoenix, man. Love Phoenix, bro.
Deserve an explosion. Yeah, you deserve a round of applause because that's exactly what we've been talking about. You watch G's thing first, you then come on to here. It's basically you got the prequel and the sequel. You have the continuation, and you've done it the right way. So big up to Phoenix. We've got Angel Knight saying 3 consecutive Premier League poor performances: Brentford, Brighton, and Chelsea. It's unacceptable. Facts. It's been up, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. We got K 6 times. We got Sadiq in the building saying yes, lads, as well. Yeah, big up, honesty. Yeah, but look, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this because look, we didn't lose, but we're mudded, man. This club is, I don't know how to put it, bored, raw, void of ideas. Like there's so many words, there's so many kind of adjectives we could use to describe this team. I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to chuck this at Romz because I don't really know what to say.
I'll start off by saying this, yeah. This is how mudded we are. What I'm about to say, there was only one period we looked like scoring, but even in that period, we didn't have a clear-cut chance. And you know when it was for me, JJ? I feel like, I'm not going to say Klopp gave them the hairdryer treatment. He just gave them a little wave with the fan. Just gave them a little fan treatment. Do you know what I mean? But from when the second half started, 45th minute to about the 60th minute, them 15 minutes there, I thought, we've come out with a bit more energy. We come out like got intent to score. But then I can't remember through the whole game. Help me out in the comments, G and Jerry, us creating a clear-cut chance. They had, I don't know how to pronounce their centre-back, Badashiles.
Badashile, yeah.
If Mudryk takes a touch, if Mudryk just hits it first time and gets it on target, Alisson's been in great form, but he probably scores. They had about 3 or 4 clear-cut chances. Mount did a howler one time where he can't try to pass it when all he needed to do was place it in the bottom corner. But I'm running out of words to say because I was going to say I couldn't believe what I was watching, but I could. But you know, sometimes that's just a cliche thing to say. I don't really know where we go from here. People are saying, it's going to get better with Jota and Diaz coming back. It might get slightly better, but it won't get drastically better. Like it's worrying times. It is actually worrying times. And if we're being honest, you said at least we didn't lose. That's the only positive you take from this. Clean sheet, and we picked up a point because we were lucky not to lose. If you look at the actual XG, and we'll probably get into it in that, Chelsea I'm not going to say should have, but could have won that 1-2-0 easily. And the most worrying thing for us is we did not look like scoring. We did not create clear-cut chances. So what were we doing? Just foreplay football, just passing it around. Like it was crazy.
Like, G, I know we're going to get into it, innit? We're going to get into this. Like, but give me a summary of your summary. if that makes sense. I know you made a summary, but we need we need the video on GTV, and I urge everyone to watch it, right? I need that condensed before we actually delve into what we're going to continue about, because I think you summarized it like fantastically. Like, I'm not going to lie. You've done a better job than probably I could do, innit? So I'm going to allow you to kind of...
I'll just say this. Klopp must go. That's it. Like, that was the summary. Klopp must go. Like, watch it, guys, if you want, you know, meet it, but Klopp must go. Like, I'm bored now. Like, I don't know what else I can
He does a job
keep.
like Klopp. He comes in, we're going to be mudded. Oh, no, Klopp can't go, G.
Oh,
He can't.
I'm just bored now. Like, I'm just bored. Like, that game was boring. We keep conceding, so he's tried to go so defensively that the team can't create chances. So I'm like, are you a manager or are you some like the dinner lady or something? Do you not understand like how to just get the team to just do what they're supposed to do? Like, I don't really get it. Like, it doesn't really make too much sense. Obviously, we're gonna get into it like a bit deeper, but yeah, Klopp just has to go, man. I'm you know, when you're so, you know, when someone gives you the ick, you know, when why are you eating the chicken so damn loud? Like, it's that with Klopp right now. It's like, oh, why are you talking so
Why
loud?
are you sitting there? Like, why are you sitting there? Like, even now,
yeah, like, why are you here? Like,
no, I was chatting nonsense about him wearing that hat, right? You know, he's always got that cap. He was pissing me off. He's swapped it up for a beanie now, and that's annoying me now as well. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, you know, like everything about you, just I look at you and I just think, yeah, as in, I don't even want you to talk anymore, because if you do, I feel like you're just going to annoy me. Even if you say something I like or you do something I like, I now can't even look at you anymore and think, yeah, this is my guy. I'm bored of you, bro. Like, you're the like one of the most. You're getting to the point now where I'm starting to just dislike you as an individual because of the dumb stuff that you're doing. But we'll get into the tactic.
You know where he knew we already know he's in the mud, but you know where he knew he's nitpicking and he's lost the absolute plot. I know you lot are gonna say it's ironic, but when they said to him, "A draw on your 1,000th game," well, Wenger lost on his 1,000th game, so I'm happy, bro. You don't. There's no need. It's so uncalled for. Like, I didn't get that, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, Romz is backing up." If that was any other manager on their 1,000th match, whether they won, lost, or drawn, they're irrelevant. Focus on you, big man. They ask you the question. They don't need to be bringing up. It was just so uncalled for, and that's how you know he's losing the plot. He's nitpicking at something that happened 5, 6, 7 years ago. That whether you win, lost, or draw this game, it don't really have that much effect on our season anyway. Just move on swiftly, or you see how Pep answers questions with a bit of sarcasm and whatnot. Even trying, not even just changing up your tactical, your tactics. Just even change up how you speak to the press as well. Like, I know what you mean, G. Everything.
Bro, just you know what? I don't know. I need like a new face. So maybe you need to, I don't know, get surgery or something, because I'm just tired of just looking at you every fucking week.
Surgery, though.
Just, you know, like, you might need to do a what's her name, man? A Kim Kardashian or something. Like, go from one extreme to the next.
What are you saying? An MJ thing?
Or an MJ thing? Like, you know what it is? I'll be real. I think, like, really to sum it, is that, like, it's not even obviously it's the tactical side, but I'm even talking about the way that, as Romz said, for me, it's also the way that you speak in like these press conferences and certain things that you say. Like, surely the players must be feeding off this. Like, you can't motivate them. That's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. Yeah, I mean, like, a school teacher can only motivate kids for so long. You know what I mean? After a while, there's gonna start being a bit of restlessness in the school kind of thing. I get it, restlessness, sorry. But when it comes to like him, I'm just like, bro, you're not doing anything, man. And people keep telling me, nah, don't worry, G. When we get Diaz and when we get Jota and Van Dijk, I'm like, what? The same guys who were stinking up the joint when we was still sitting in like 6th and 7th early on in the season. Do me a favor, bro. Just get rid of the manager. It'll be quicker. It'll be easier. We can move forward, man. It's not big a deal anymore, man. I'm bored of this guy. I'm just bored.
Yeah, I hear that. And look, like, big up to Jamie Phillips, because he had his show early on today, and I kind of popped in there as well. And obviously, there's talk now. Obviously, Klopp talking about the 10 years. I don't know if anyone's heard that, but he's saying that
yeah,
for another 10 years now, and it's.
I hope not.
But this is the type of stuff that it started to, like. Do you know what it is? You know, there's I don't want to call it. You know, there's knowing when to go and speak, innit? In African households, you kind of get taught, you know when to go and open your mouth and speak. Why are you talking about staying for another 10 years when things are the most dire they've been under you?
Not even that.
No, but think about it. You know when you're winning, right? When Klopp was winning, and it's like, or when Pep's winning, and people are like, oh, Pep's contracts are up at the end of next season. We need him to extend. And he's like, no, I've got the energy to stay for 10 years. That's great. You don't say that when you're losing, bro.
You know what it is? For me, it is that as well, but it's not even that. It's also the sheer fact of, we know you're not staying for 10 years. So we now does that, like, where does that even leave Liverpool?
Now it becomes patronizing. Like, are you trying to piss us off now?
Yeah, like, so you're saying that you've got another 10 years in the game, but you ain't trying to do those 10 years here. So really and truly, what's going on? So you're still trying to manage elsewhere. Like, bro, just sometimes I think with Klopp, what he needs someone to help him in the media. I have always said this about Klopp. He needs someone who can help him in the media. He needs to get more media trained, because I don't think he's someone who's very good when things are not going well. Like any person, if something's going badly, you're going to be a little bit pissed off, and I get it. But he needs to start understanding that there's certain things you can say, certain things you shouldn't say, certain things you need to say in these kind of moments. And I think he's not really understood that since he's been here, you know, at Liverpool kind of thing. And he always seems to say, like, he'll give you the ick if you're an opposing team. Whereas some other managers, I look at them and think, yeah, they speak well. You know what I mean? What they're saying, Eddie Howe's, even Pep Guardiola, even when he is trying to be sarcastic and patronizing, he's doing it in a way that, you know, you can actually understand where he's coming from. With Klopp, it's either you sound like you're moaning, or you just sound bitter about something, or, you know what I mean? It's only when you're winning, that's when he sounds like, yeah, you know, the opposition, they played great, you know, they were fantastic, and, you know, this, that, and the other, and I love the way they play.
You still got the excuse wheel somewhere in the archive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got that over. We'll get that. Hold on,
oh, because it's just that it's just gone stale now, and I'm fed up with the fan. Oh, he warrants another year under the ownership. By the way, cool.
Bundy's fans,
listen, this is what I'll say about the ownership as well. Until it happens, can everyone just shut up? Like, yeah, we can speculate now, but now I'm hearing this. It might be a partial sale. Now I'm hearing it might not be a sale until next year. Like, there's so many things going on. Can we just shut up until it actually happens? And I'm fed up with fans saying, yeah, under ownership, he warrants more time, and that. You could say he does, but it's just gone stale now. It's just gone stale now. And to Cal, I don't know if now to Cal Joni, I've seen your
I said it sound like Love Island. Fuck it up, bro. Big man singing. I think you'll get more enjoyment there, bro.
Yeah, but we're there bickering about. He is, because we're there bickering, innit? Like, my name is like Mary and Samantha, and we're bickering over her brother, innit? Saying, no, he's got to leave the villa. I can't believe he done that. It's mad what's going on. It's mad what's going on right now. Crazy. And I can't believe that. Look, and then Sadiq saying, good question, saying, look, do you think the players feel like this about him?
Evident. They're not paying for him.
That's the $1 million question, Sadiq. That's the $1 million question. But I'm just thinking about it, right? When you're doing the same thing over and over again, even like this way, even if at a job that you love, right? Even at a job that you love, there comes a period sometimes where you hate your manager, bro. You hate the manager. You hate your boss.
There's the perfect video. Have you seen? I don't watch Made in Chelsea, but it went viral. Have you seen when Sam and I think Zara on the bench that you can? I can't. Have you seen that video? You ever seen it in the comments? Yeah, that's what Klopp is saying to the players. You can run still. It's been 4 or 5 years, but you can still run. And we're like, and the players are like, we can't. So it's not that. I feel like they still love the manager and that, but they just can't do what's required anymore. And he still thinks they can. That is insanity. You're seeing every week they can't carry out what you want them to do, but you're still telling them to do it, bro.
Bro, I'm just bored of Klopp. Like, every time I have to think about him, I'm just like, yeah, this guy here is just fun.
I need to get that video, bro. I would have sent it to you.
100%, man. Like, we need to definitely get it. People, I just checked. There's 60 people in the building. We've got 33 likes. Come on, man. That's like, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get man. Come on. Come on. Let me get into the kind of the stats of it. Scraps obviously saying, but look, we want Klopp gone, but he's saying, get who though, G? Who are we gonna get? Kalonji asking
Get
who?
Sean Dyche. Fuck it.
Yeah.
There's your answer. That's going to be my answer from now to the end of the season. Just get Sean Dyche. There you go. That no one else asked me any questions about get who. I'm tired of that question. Just get Sean Dyche. How about that? How about that?
Big up to Jeffy. Jeffy saying have to go at 10 years, bruv. You see, you're not gonna lie. If Klopp was to come out and sign a 10-year extension, yeah, you see the 5-year tragedy that I spoke about at the beginning of the season. I said Liverpool aren't gonna win anything for the next 5 years. This is straight after the Champions League final. I was on Coppish saying, look, Liverpool aren't gonna win anything. No way, that would be mad. If he stays for 10 years, I'll up that to like 7 years, bro. I think we'll win it under him. I think we will in time, but it will take 7 years. 7 years of trials and tribulations, fights, owners being sacked, man like Cody Gakpo being sent out on loan because he ain't good enough, which we're gonna get into. All this type of
bro. By the way, guys, you see when we're talking about Klopp and that, like man's not a dead manager like that. You know what I mean? Like he's still a good manager. Like maybe, the way I'm speaking about him, I just don't want him here. Do you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean he can't go elsewhere and do something. Like he's still a good manager, still one of the best managers out there. But everyone has an expiry date. Yours ended probably last season, but you're still here now. So it's just that his expiry date has come. Like there's bare managers out there. I'm messing around by saying Sean Dyche, but I'm just like Jerry said in the other previous show, man, just needs something different. You can tell the players need something different. The club as a whole needs something different. It cannot move on under this kind of regime any longer with this kind of manager playing this type of boring football for too much longer. That's it. It's not a big deal, man.
Our fan base are just scared of change. They're moving like there's
no
life after Klopp.
Bro, you think we were some Don Dadders out here as well? That's what makes it worse.
Bro. Liverpool was here before Klopp. It's here now, and it will be here after Klopp. So when people are like, "Oh no, if we lose Klopp, we're doomed," you know what? And I was going to ask you and JJ a question, but I know your answer. I'll rather Klopp leave and have about 1.5 years of suffering to know that the next 5 years we're going to be at the pinnacle again, competing, than him staying and us just kind of just plateau. You can't even say plateauing now, just getting worse.
But we've fallen off the cliff, bro. We've broken our ankle, bro. Like, look at where we are, man. Sitting in joint ninth. Like, this has gone past like anything. What's the excuse this season? Like, what really excuse can anyone have? If the season was to end today and we're putting in performances like we did against Chelsea on the weekend, and we're putting in performances like we have all season, and we finish, I don't know, 8th, what's the excuse that everyone's going to say? Are we going to hear owners? Fuck all of that, man. I don't care. And I don't care about your injuries either, bro, because you see Chelsea. Chelsea had about 11 players out, and they still came to Anfield and almost moved us off the park.
Well, we've got what? 11 of injuries with subs.
And there you go. So, like, this excuse that we keep coming up with, it is injuries. When we get our players back, guys, we still had the same players and we were still stinking up the joint. So I don't understand why everyone thinks that Van Dijk, Jota, or Diaz comes back and then we start moving like, this is 2020. No, it's not, bro. We're still stinky. And whose fault is that? You get all the players back. Whose fault is it if we're still stinky? Come on, man. Like, let's have a grown-up conversation about it, man. I'm getting bored and tired of this shit.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's cool, man. Because obviously I'm looking. Like, I know people are asking, like, what manager, like, and they can't understand the contrast between you rate a manager, you think he's good, but he's not right for you at the moment, right? He might not be right for you. So for whatever reason. So if we went and got, for example, a great example, right? If Liverpool to go and get Ancelotti in the state that they're in and they were able to spend, right? And Ancelotti would do better than Klopp currently is doing. It's not a debate on what manager's better than the other. It's a debate on whether the manager's right for you at this moment in time. Right now, Klopp's proven he's not the right manager for us at this moment in time. There's more expectation. We've achieved everything. There's more expectation than he's ever had at any club. There is. It's a bigger club. There's more expectation. You've won more. You've got world-class players. You haven't had to sell all your best players. Now, when you're having to deliver and motivate now, year in, year out, it's difficult. And yes, we've gone and done it, but ultimately, we haven't got over that next hurdle. So who's to say that, like I said, an Arteta comes in and doesn't do better? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what, is Arteta better than Emery? If you look on paper, Emery's better than Arteta, bro.
100%. Easily as well.
Exactly, easily. There's not even a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Van Gaal, is Van Gaal not better than Ten Hag as a manager? Of course he is.
100%.
The CV's there, but he's not the right manager for them at the moment in time. It's at Tottenham. When Tottenham fans are talking, Conte's a great manager. He's not the right manager for them, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. That's what it is, people. Look, make sure we're smashing the likes. And we're going to run through some of the comments, and then we're going to obviously get into the stats. We got Jody saying if Klopp leaves, Pep Linders will have his job, which is scary, which is definitely scary. Hold on 2 seconds. Ravi, big up Ravi. G Romz, we are not a serious club anymore. We ain't looking to build for the future. We just want rinse and repeat and reissue with the players with new contracts because the club doesn't see it. Yeah, it's true. It's true, 100%. Cameron Elder saying the Sporting Lisbon manager. Yeah, maybe we got. Oh no,
maybe I don't even know. I don't know if he's good or bad, but cool. Bring him into.
We know saying Klopp staying is just slowing down the inevitable rebuild / demise we are going through. Every team goes through cycles. The earlier he goes, the sooner we can start the rebuild. Yeah. Sometimes it is like that. Like we've got to also understand that even when people like to talk about, Ferguson had time to rebuild and he rebuilt and he kind of refreshed every season. We're not in that type of pit. That's not how football works nowadays. Managers are in the job for 2-3 years and they bounce. Same as the players. Players are at their clubs 2-3 years and they move on. So if we're in that kind of era of football, we need to go and move like them as well. That's not to go and discredit what anyone's done, but it's like we talk about Klopp being sentimental with players playing, right? But then we're sentimental with them when they want to leave because we don't want them to leave, and we want to give them all new contracts. We're then sentimental about Klopp. You can't pick and choose when and when you want to be sentimental. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to just go and be like, cool, are we going to move ruthless? If we're moving ruthless, then that's how we move. We can't do this mishy-mashy thing because this wishy-washy thing because it doesn't make any sense either. It doesn't, man. I don't think it does at all. We've got Angel 968 saying Trent should play right centre mid. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? We've got GTV Rabbi saying sporting manager is quality. He would do bits for us.
Get him in.
Yeah. Ryan saying I legit think Conte is the most overrated manager in the football. I mean, he's won in multiple countries.
Yeah, I was gonna say to say overrated, like for a guy who's won multiple. I don't know about that boy. I don't know.
Whether you kind of rate him is different. That's a separate thing. Yeah. You can't say he's overrated. Mohammed Kassim, big up, saying there's no guarantee Klopp will spend under the new owners, given how loyal and stubborn he is.
Thank you.
And facts,
Mohammed. This is what I'm trying to tell people.
Exactly.
Where's the guarantee? What's the evidence that he will even spend? Well, he's had money before and doesn't spend it.
He's never spent. We had money in the summer. He spent poorly. We've then had money in the January. Regardless of how much money we've had money. We've had money to spend. We spent on Gakpo.
Brother, I honestly just think people think this brother's we're gonna get new owners and all of a sudden Klopp's just gonna be out here spending 300 million every year like this strip club vibes. You know what I'm saying? Just quick ones. You know what I'm saying, bro? It doesn't work like that, man. Klopp's not that type of guy.
Klopp will have the money, think Hendo's Cardi B, and just take all my money.
You know, like that, bro. Slap him more money, like.
Exactly, man. Chris McAvoy is saying, look, if we lose to Brighton again and then Everton do you think he'll still be here? I do think he will. I do think
he'll stay to the end of the season easily.
Wait, listen, we could finish 15th and Klopp will still be. You know what he says about our players? They leave on their own accord. You think FS just sacking him, bro?
He treats people as he wants to be treated. I know Klopp for the one thing. He treats people how he wants to be treated. If he's not letting people leave on their own accord, he wants that same damn treatment.
Exactly,
he wants
bro.
To be like, I'll leave when I want to leave. Do you know what I mean? So when he was saying before, you know what, I might take a hiatus from football, it's because if players came to him and said that, he'd allow them to do the same thing. But if he tells them I've got energy to go and play, so when he asks Ox and says, Ox, you still got another season in you? And he says, yeah, we're running it back. Milner. Are we not hearing he's trying to give him an extension, people?
Wow.
And I'm actually seeing people trying to fight that case. I'm like, yeah, Klopp's really got you in a headlock still.
Yeah, really as well. People are like, I don't blame him. Just keep doing what Chelsea do with Thiago Silva. One next year. Difference is, that's a world-class talent. This guy's an OAP now. He just needs to go. You know what? No, I don't even mind if he stays. That's what I was saying to Kurdish. Big up Kurdish. But he just needs to be in the coaching stuff. Like, I don't want to see you on the field. You can help out in the background.
You know what? I don't care if he's in the field. I don't care if he's on the field. If you can reassure me that our midfield is getting revamped. I don't care. If I'm being honest, I don't care about who's in the squad. I actually don't care. But if you went and told me, yeah, our midfield is whatever, man. Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta, and then you got Chamberlain and Keita on the bench, or Jones. And I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. I'd be like, rah, like this is like the midfield is not working like that, and we know that when Klopp's gone and spoken about the midfield, what has he said? What are you talking about? We have this player, that player, this player, that player, that player, this player. And he starts reading off 9 names. And we're thinking, buddies, do you know what I mean? I'm telling you, you're telling me like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I've got bare food. I've got bare food in the yard. I've got bare food. And I'm like, yeah, calm. I'll come over to G's house, just bare packets of crisps. I'm like, brother, where's the food, bro? And you're like, yeah,
the food's there, bro. Take your crisps.
Yeah. Look, I've got sensations. It's like, brothers, they're all packets of crisps. Do you know what I mean? Just like, brother, they're dead.
Man's got the finger for you.
But guess what? He thinks the quality is there. And then when they tell him, guess what? I can run it back another season. Give me another chance. He wants that same energy. They ain't going. So the likes of Bellingham and stuff, they're not coming in if we're not getting anyone, if no one's leaving. And if
you know what?
They're not.
Quickly.
You know what, Jay? I feel like Bellingham would. Sorry, Romz. I feel like Bellingham probably would come, but I feel sorry for him if he does come, because I'm just like, brother, you're gonna come here to do what? Like,
speaking of him, look what Ish just tagged you. Remember what I told you during the World Cup? That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. I just replied. Yeah,
I agree with you.
It's all desperate, bro.
The way Gerald was speaking, I know a lot of the top Reds loved it and that.
But that's all cringe, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I can actually see that happening. I think
that made me feel sick. That made me feel sick, brother.
Yeah, but that's all cringe.
You're trying to get another job. You're trying to get another job somewhere to further your career, and you're still going back to your ex and just whining and trying to get her to get her new man. Rio
even said to him, bro, like that was some good
you convinced me. You convinced me.
Yeah. Rio's like, oh, you convinced me. That was a proper advert. And Gerald's like, I would even fly him out. I'll go to Dortmund. I'm bringing back. And the thing is, I can see him doing that. The maddest thing is, he's probably reached out to Bellingham already, or as we spoke, he is going to have a dinner with him. You know what? I'll say it here. I do think. Actually, no. I won't keep a lid on it. Go on, Jay.
Either way, I feel like someone like Bellingham, we probably would end up getting him anyway. But my thing is, like I said, what I'm worried about, even if we do get these new investors, like I'm still looking at Liverpool and I'm thinking, oh, Jesus Christ, if you get someone like Bellingham, the squad needs so many areas to be addressed that getting him is just one piece of the puzzle, which is fine. I'm not saying I'm not sitting here saying, no, Bellingham's shit, don't get him. Get him if you want to get him. But if you can't get anyone else, what man's going to just spend all that P on him and then try and Tyler Morton our way to the end of the season? Yeah.
But what I don't get, is that, and I want the chat to actually answer us as well, do people actually believe that Bellingham's like a guaranteed, like, he popping off? Because I'm not going to lie to you, the level that Pogba was playing at before Pogba went to United was a different level to what Bellingham was doing, in my opinion.
Facts.
Name me.
What happened with Pogba?
You know what? Name me, other than Mbappe.
That's a good point.
If you want to include Neymar, name me another player who's cost over 100 million who has really banged like that. Even Ronaldo wasn't 100 million. Gareth Bale, I think, was just about 100 million.
You're spot on, because I can think of a few off the top of my head. Grealish, let's be honest, has been underwhelming, not been whatever. You said over 100 million or around 100 million.
Yeah. No, I was saying, name me, because he's going to cost over 100 million. So name me a player who's either 100 million or over.
Coutinho and Dembele have both been flops, so you're onto something there, G. Like, it's rare.
And it's not their fault. Remember, these guys, Dembele was a baller at Dortmund. Philip Coutinho was doing his thing at Liverpool. Jack Grealish doing his thing at Aston Villa. Like, Anthony was doing his thing at Ajax, but you're looking a bit janky. Like, players who are close to 100 million, even Sancho,
Nunes,
Darwin Nunes, Benfica,
and
then now they come here.
Even
João Felix. I forgot about João Felix. Like, there's a lot of players and guys, we need to understand there comes pressure with that. The guy's 19. Not saying that he's a shit player, not saying that he can't become world class, not saying any of that stuff. What I am saying is the evidence tells you he isn't going to bang. That's what the evidence tells me, that he ain't going to bang, and we just spent all this people.
But not only that, I know we're talking about whether he's going to pop off or not, but I'm saying, does he come and is he a guaranteed, he's popping off? You see, like when you look back in hindsight now, the Virgil van Dijk was just a Gara win. Like, he's just going to pop. You see how Casemiro worked for United? You see how Casemiro's worked for United? Casemiro's dropped into that team and it's like, rah. It's a guaranteed. You wraps the midfield and now they're on a title charge, right? It's a guaranteed. Haaland is guaranteed goal.
JJ.
Does Bellingham give you guaranteed taking us from ninth to the league? I don't want to hear 9th to 5th.
No. Because I was going to say 9th to the league, no. But because we're so dead in midfield, of course he's going to make us somewhat better. But to the league, no.
But see, that's not good enough. We've lost one player, man. Then we've lost one player in Mane. The impact he's got to have is what Virgil van Dijk had if we're spending that money. The impact he's got to have is what Alisson had. If you don't have Salah, that's the impact you need to have if you're going to be our most expensive player. Not coming in and being like, yeah, you know what, give him a season because in a year's time he's gonna be calm. No.
AJ, you know what comes under more pressure? Not only will be our most expensive player, he'll break the Premier League record. He'll probably be the record British because we're going to pay 100 million and more. And only what Grealish has been the transfer record for the Premier. So not only is our most expensive player, he's in the history of English football. He'll be the biggest. That comes with a lot of pressure.
All I'm saying is, yeah, I'm looking at this brother and look, I have not seen any. I'm sorry, I have not seen anything from this guy to tell me that he's a guaranteed. Like you signing him and you're calm. You're calm.
Like he's not Mbappe, where you saw the minute you saw Mbappe, you're like, okay, cool. Say no more. I don't need to see any more.
You see Ronaldo. You see when when Real Madrid signed Ronaldo, it was a guarantee that he's gonna pop.
Yeah,
guaranteed he's gonna pop. There's none of this. But doesn't he need the right environment around him? If he goes in and you see Sancho weren't guaranteed. And Sancho was doing more bits than Bellingham was.
100%.
Let's look at it twisted. Sancho was. You got man like Neymar saying they're talking about Kane and Sancho. That's how good he was doing at Dortmund.
I can't stand them, but JJ, it's like even United when they signed Ibrahimovic, you knew he's coming in and he's going to do a thing. Maybe not bring them to the Prem, but he's going to do. He won them a trophy essentially.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
RVP when they signed him, guaranteed get goals.
That's the type of player I'm talking about.
Goals done. Is Bellingham going to go and give you that? I don't know. I'm looking at.
But
Bellingham
remember, no, because you can finish.
I'm looking at Bellingham, right, and I'm hearing, oh yeah, he improves us, bruv. Mason Mount improves us, but Amrabat improves us. Unahi from Thing improves us. Is that what you're telling me? That Bellingham's coming just to improve us? You got to take us to the next level, bro. Unfortunately, when the club's set up, you spending that amount of P, you need to go and pop off. You see how it can't be a thing where it's like look out and you're loitering around and do you know what I mean? It's like when we said about Nunes. You got to come in and pop. Unfortunately, this is what you're doing. This is your destiny, bro. If you can't fulfill your destiny, we know what happens with that, bro. You die.
You know what, JJ? I was even deep in the whole Nunes thing. You know, fans saying, "Oh, don't put the blame on him. Put the blame on the club. They were the ones who went in for him." But then I've clocked. If you know you're not ready for that, if you know you're not ready, you can reject the move. Man, I mean, Benfica probably would have been happy to keep him. So it's kind of on the club and on the player.
We got to remember, bro. Like at the end of the day, you know, Bellingham is one of those kind of players who, would if he went to an Arsenal, that would be a better choice for him at this current moment in time, because the jigsaws that they would need is not as much as we do. Him coming to Liverpool now, we require too much that we're not Chelsea. We can't just go out there and spend 300 million. We ain't got that kind of money. So if we did, and I knew that the owners are going to come in and just splash, then I would say, yeah, fair enough. Then you get Bellingham, go spend this, go and do that. But we're not going to do that. We're Liverpool, still under FSG, and it looks like we're going to stay under FSG. So is it wise to spend that much money on a player like that? Probably not, unless you can sell Salah, Alisson, and Van Dijk in one summer, which you're still going to need to replace. So that's why I'm saying it's just not prudent to spend this type of money on someone like a Bellingham. Not because I think he's dead, but it will make more sense if you went to like an Arsenal who are missing a Bellingham in their team. Like that would, for me, make them a lot more complete, you know, because he would come in and take a Xhaka's position just like that, for example. Not to say that Xhaka is dead, but I'm sure they would prefer to have Bellingham over Xhaka. If he comes into Liverpool, where the hell is he going? He comes into the midfield. Okay, cool. So he comes in and takes Henderson's position as an example. We still got two other positions that still need to be sorted out. We still got other areas of the pitch that still need to be sorted out. We still got a team style tactic that still needs to be sorted out. So how much is all that going to cost you? How much does that set you back? Like for me, I'm just like, I get why you want the kid. I get it. He's decent. He's a good player. For that much money, miss me, man. We ain't got that kind of P. So just leave him, get someone else, and build the team that way. And then at least then I feel like in the long term, we'd be better off. But Klopp, this is why he's just starting to make me just detest him, is that you've spent almost 2 years of your flipping career trying to get this guy to the detriment of the squad and the team. So I'm just looking at, and all you've got to show for it is a fucking FA Cup and Carabao Cup in that time anyway. So what the hell was even that for? Like, we're now going to get to this point and we're going to be like, all right, we get Bellingham. Does anyone here, honestly, chat, let me know, yeah, if you believe, if we get Bellingham and don't sign anybody else, where do you think Liverpool are going to finish next season? If we don't sign no one else and we keep, let's say we keep the same squad and we just added Bellingham as a hypothetical, where do we finish? We're still going to finish, give or take, outside the top 4, which is all that matters. It doesn't even matter. Anything outside the top 4, it now doesn't even matter. Finish anyway. 5th is the same as finishing anywhere else. So it doesn't even matter anyway. So I'm saying this isn't a Man City signing Haaland where they're like, I just need a striker, or, you know, someone else signing one player.
It's like the final missing puzzle to the jigsaw.
Yeah, bro. We're getting a guy for over 100 million. And I feel sorry for him because I'm like, boy, you're going to have the weight of Liverpool and everyone on your shoulders saying to you, brother, don't get injured. That's the first thing. You cannot even get injured. You can't even miss a game.
Knowing our record of injuries.
Bro, he's going to have to move like Salah. Him and Salah might have to get on the same program because he cannot get injured. For that type of money, nah, you can't get injured, bro. I need you to available 38 games out of 38. I need you available for every league cup game and everything, just because we spent that kind of money on you. And then there's the pressure. Sorry.
No, go on. God forbid, you've actually made me think of something. God forbid this happened, but if he comes for 130 million, whatever they're quoting, and he gets injured within the first month or 2, we are pissed.
Man, you have to start looking at Salah and saying, I beg you.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, and look, I'm not even his biggest fan, right? But Pogba, yeah. Are we seeing anything different from Bellingham, apart from these English, right, that makes him better than Pogba?
No.
From what we're seeing at his current club now.
Say that again.
Only that, the thing is, only that he's the main man, but Pogba's doing loads more. Pogba had like a Marquisio and whatnot around him. The only thing you can say, JJ, is that, are we seeing anything that likens him to Pogba? The only thing is at Dortmund, he is the main man. He's the talisman.
No. Forget the main man nonsense. I don't care about that. We could go and get a brother that's...
Oh, do you mean just based on ability?
Ability. When you look at the players in terms of what they're offering, right? And United spent 90 million on this brother, or was it 80 million, whatever, on Pogba, right? Yeah, he's supposed to be their savior. He's supposed to come back and be their savior. The same way we're talking about...
No, Pogba was levels, though. Pogba was always levels.
Exactly. So Pogba was levels, right? But Pogba didn't work. So if Pogba didn't work, why would Bellingham work?
It's, bro, like I said, it's just one of them kind of things, man. If we were a Chelsea, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't even be here. I'll be like, bro, grab it. I'm calm with that. But we're not a Chelsea. We can't spend that kind of money and still have Milner and Henderson and Ox and them man still kicking balls.
You get
sorry, Rom. Sam Max is saying, look, sell Salah, Hendo, Milner, Naby, Ox, Jones. We're not selling Salah because Salah's the most important player. He just signed a thing. Hendo, he loves. Milner, he wants to stay. Naby, he wants to stay. Ox is probably whispering in his ears, telling him, we'll give you a 1-year contract extension. And then Ox and Jones. And then Fawaz saying, maybe because they're different human beings. I'm sorry, we're in the business of football. I don't care about your emotions and what you are as a human being. You either give me output or you don't. Whether you're a good person or not, that's a separate conversation. That's
just to add on to that, some top Reds will tell you, cool, Pogba went into the United team and he didn't bang. Some Liverpool fans will tell, you know, when Bellingham probably would have been, he was younger, but you know when Bellingham probably would have been a better fit for us when we were winning, like between 2018 and 2020, where everything was in place, he would have been another cog just in a working team. Whereas he's now coming into a dysfunctional Liverpool, similar to a Pogba. Pogba's kind of coming into a dysfunctional United. They had already got rid of Van Gaal. I think that was Mourinho's first season, if I'm correct, that they signed Pogba that summer. The United were quite dysfunctional. Yes, they came off the back of a few trophies, but it'll be the same situation. If Bellingham had come in a couple of years ago I'm not gonna lie to you two. Probably would have been the perfect fit, but he's coming into a damaged Liverpool.
We signed Keita. And what happened with that?
True.
To be honest, I'll be real. Even signing a Bellingham, unless you would have got him for like.
You could argue he was performing better than Bellingham at Leipzig as well.
But even signing a Bellingham back then, I don't even think it wouldn't have been a good fit unless you got him for like mad cheap. You had to sign Bellingham before he moved to Dortmund. Otherwise, any other time didn't really make sense because he wasn't doing anything any other time. It's literally only been in like the last not even 18 months. I'd say like a year where I looked at Bellingham and thought, all right, you've upped your level like a little bit. Now you're in that England squad. Now you're solidifying yourself as a player around Europe that people are taking notice of. You're putting in performances at grounds that, you know, are notoriously difficult. Fair enough. I can't dismiss that. But what we're saying is we need to understand that this guy is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Do Liverpool have that arm and leg? I don't think so. And the money that we do have available, we just need to use it wisely. Like, that's all I'm saying. But if you guys, I already know everyone's going to get gassed. You signed the guy. Oh my goodness, Liverpool are back. Blah, 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 blah. And then when you guys get crushed next season, don't come whining on here telling man, yeah, Klopp's this and Klopp's that. Because when I say we told you so, that's your business now.
Exactly. Big up. We're going to get into tactics now. Make sure we're smashing the like. I'm not going to check the like. We're going to run through the first tactic. If not, the interlude's going to have to drop. We haven't dropped it in a long time, but man are playing. So we need the likes up. Jeff V saying, look, it's a possibility that we sign Jude and no one else after, which would be similar to the window we bought Konate and no one else. I'm done with the same old crap. This club never learns off their mistakes. It's facts. And this is what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm telling you now, I would not be surprised. But let's get into the stats of the game, man. So this is obviously the summary. As you can see, people. Let me see if I can move Romz. You know what? This is actually annoying. The fact that, hold on, it's not going to work like that.
No, it's calm anyway, man. It's calm.
Yeah, you know what it is? I'll hide myself. Why not? I'll just stand this way. Cool. So obviously we can see 15 shots for obviously for Chelsea, 11 for us, 3 and 2 on
we had no big chances.
No big chances. They completed more passes than us. We had more passes in the attacking third, which actually starts to scare me. That's what's scary about this, people, is that we had more passes in the attacking third and created no big chances. They created three.
So is that, where's the penetration? Where do
no
we look
penetration? No, we don't look
crazy.
threatening at all. We slapped 24 crosses in, 23 take-ons. That's dribbles at man. 16 fouls, but only 23 tackles. So majority of our tackles were fouls. We can't even tackle properly anymore. I don't know what to say, man. Looking at the stats, what are you, man, saying?
You know what? Them stats have even surprised me because I don't even remember shots on target. So I've looked at that and gone, oh, we actually had shots on target because I didn't remember any.
No, we had 2 shots on target. That was 11 shots. The shots could have been...
Wait, so we're the red side?
Yeah, no, sorry, we're the blue side. We had 15 shots. We had 3 on target. Sorry, yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We're the right side. Yeah.
I don't remember these shots on target. Like, can someone enlighten me? Like, who was it? Where did they take the shot from? Because I don't remember these shots. And again, like JJ said, that I think attacking third, because that's the most alarming. Because how are we having more passages of play in the final third where you're supposed to be at your most devastating, yet we've not had a big chance? That just shows me we were cycling in the final third. That makes no sense. That actually makes no sense. It's crazy.
What you see Trent here when he came on? Yeah, well, I can't remember when he came on, but when Trent came on, I'm sure that's probably where most of our crosses was coming from. Like, it's just,
do you know why Trent came on? G? Do you know why Trent came on? JJ, remember in the World Cup we were speaking about triggers when Rafinha gets the ball, normally the opposing wing goes in, makes the inverted run. Yeah, Ziyech was getting the ball. And Mudryk was the trigger. The minute Ziyech got the ball, they did that. They did that same pass. You could call it a cross/switch about 3 times. That's when Klopp thought, you know what, Milner's getting tired. Inevitably, we know how old he is, and we know he can't last the 90 minutes. But you know what, I need to make this change. And you know what, to be fair to Trent, I don't know what you would say, Jerry. He nullified it to some extent. Because Mudryk's 2 clear-cut chances were just before Trent came on. And once Trent came on, I saw Mudryk kind of get at the byline. It still looked nice. It still looked intricate, but that ball was no longer on because Trent.
Didn't Mudryk get the ball and skip past at Trent and Gomez and all of them and then rifle it in the side netting, like inside the box?
I could
Yeah, I
be
think
wrong.
that was.
I swear Milner was on that time. I don't think Trent.
Oh, okay.
You might be
Yeah,
right.
I think it was.
Right.
Yeah, I think Milner was still on that.
Milner was on, yeah. Because remember the other one, JJ, when Ziyech played the same ball, and I can't lie, as good as Alisson's been, if Mudryk hits that first time because he was in close proximity of the goal, Chelsea score. I don't know why Mudryk took a touch. To be fair, but
speaking of Mudryk, yeah. What did you guys think of him? I think he's solid.
Solid, man.
Let's put it this way.
You got your praise now because Asad was asking us earlier in the stream. Mudryk's debut, he was mad.
It's like I said I was on Never Foul earlier on. It's like I said to Kaz and Mo. I said, if you looked at Gakpo and you looked at Mudryk, you would look at both of them and think, okay, let me see what you bring to the team and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see what do you do? Like, why did we sign you? Mudryk, I can see it straight away. Okay, cool. I see what he's on. Gakpo, I'm still sitting here wondering, what the do you do? Like, who are you? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, why did we sign you to the team? Like, I'm not saying you're shit. I'm really not trying to, like, I'm trying my hardest not to, like, diss players in that sense. But what I'm just trying to understand is, why did Pep Yinders or Klopp, whoever it was, say you're the missing link? What link were we missing that we needed you? Because you don't even look like you should be found at the moment. Because I don't understand what type of role you're really offering. But then I keep getting an excuse of, but he's coming into a shit team. So what the fuck is Mudryk coming into? They're lower than us. So where's the excuse now?
Again, like I said, I'm just gonna say it here. I don't think I've said it to you. Well, I said it to you to the group chat, but I've not said it on stream yet. I know it's early. People are gonna come for me. Romz, give him time, give him to the end of the season, whatnot. I get that. You just have to give some players time, but I'm gonna say from now, he will not cut at Liverpool Football Club. Yes, you can say it's premature, but sometimes you can just tell. Yeah, yes, he's gonna score a few blinders, gonna score a few long range shots, and everyone, you lot will probably come back to me like, oh, Romz, I thought you said he wouldn't bang in that, but it won't be consistent because with the amount of shots he takes, and that's another thing that pisses me off. The basics. We've all kicked ball. People in the chat, YouTube. Bro, lean over the ball. You're taught that at age 5 and 6. He's skying every shot. And it wasn't just this game. It was in the Wolves game. And it was in both Wolves game. Bro, lean over the ball. They're just the basics. But I'm telling you, he's going to score a few wonder goals. And everyone's going to say, oh, he's warming up. Gakpo this, Gakpo that. He's never going to be that guy for us. I can just see him being a squad player. And Didi Hamann got ridiculed. When Didi Hamann said he might have to do what Eddie Howe's done with Joe Linton and put him into 8. Everyone was on him. No, look what he's done for PSV. You need to keep in that forward line. He might be onto something because I think if he was to have a future at us, maybe you do have to drop him back because I just can't see him snapping at us. And you can say it's early, but you can just tell with certain players. You can just tell.
Yeah, I agree. But we're going to get onto, obviously, Gakpo. I think the first thing we've got to look at is obviously passes in the game, right? And we're seeing again, we're dominated like in terms of the amount of passes. We've got Thiago Silva, Benoit, Badiashile, Jorginho, obviously dominating. It's only Thiago and Gomez that are doing a lot of the passing. Again, where's Fabinho? Where's Naby Keita? Where's Henderson? Where's Elliott? Where are they?
Not even that. I'm looking at the ones you started. So your Baditiches, your Keitas, as you said, Elliott's.
Yeah, I'm saying. But it's all of them.
Even the defense. Usually like defenders always get like the most passes because they're usually the ones who knock it about the most. But I'm quite surprised considering we are the home team that, we're not really up there. That tells me that Chelsea, I mean, you can see it in the game, they were just comfortable. Like I never felt like Chelsea felt they were under threat. If Chelsea maybe had a bit more belief, they probably could have won that game.
That centre back parent of Badish, I don't know how to pronounce the name, and Thiago Silva. You can remember I said this year. From that game, Chelsea are going to build now. I think they're going to go on a little unbeaten run because you can say they've got foundations in place now. It just needs to gel. Them two, bro, I never felt it was so. Them two probably had the most comfortable day ever. Like I said, there was one spell that we didn't even create a clear-cut chance. But if we were going to score, it would have been between probably the 45th and 60th minute. But Thiago Silva, what he's doing at his age, it's a joke. It's actually a joke. He just looks so comfortable. There's even
But
times
you know why he looks so comfortable? The reason why he looks so comfortable. Okay, do you think Thiago Silva could play for Liverpool in this style and tactic, in this system? This like the system that we play, high line, having to run, press, and all of that. Do you think he would be the same player that you're seeing at Chelsea? Because they don't do the same thing.
No.
Of course, he's gonna look like you know what I mean. And that, by the way, that's me. That's testament to obviously to him and to Chelsea.
Even that, yeah, with the high line and whatnot. Even when Nunes came on, bro, Nunes, is quicker than him, but he just used his defensive guile, bro. There's times Nunes was trying to show him light. No, Nunes was trying to. You could tell Nunes wanted to beat him, but you could say he doesn't have the ability to. Thiago Silva said, you know what, Bun, you've got all the speed. I'm just going to show you line and stand you up. Then what happened? Nunes had to slow the play down. He was looking for options. Options weren't there. It happened about 2-3 times in a row. And you could say he felt sorry for Nunes because at the same time, he maybe didn't have options. But then again, you need to try something different. Your 2 previous attempts to beat him haven't worked. You know he's tactically better than you. You need to try something else. Maybe I was always taught as a winger, I don't want to blow him out in drum, but I was quite quick, so I normally beat my fullback. But I'm not going to lie to you, Jerry and G. There were a few times the fullback was quicker than me. What do? You find a different way. Maybe you might have to do that 1-2 instead of trying to beat him outright for pace. But I don't know, man. To answer your question, do you know what's crazy? You wouldn't see the same Thiago Silva, but you will still see him doing better than the rest of our defenders. That's what I will say. You won't see the same one, but you'll still see a Thiago Silva of a decent level. Because he's just good. Sometimes he's just good.
I'm just reading now. It's on Twitter. I'm just seeing. Apparently, we'd be open to selling Salah for 70 mil. This ain't confirmed or nothing, but and it's not coming from a top tier source. So, but yeah, the reports are just floating around there that we might be open to selling the guy for 70 mil. So I just thought I'd throw that out there real quick. I just see it now. But even still, it is one of them kind of things. I do think when it does come to players like that, when you got a Thiago Silva, a Modric, a Cruz, a Pirlo, an Iniesta, Xavi, like I know these are top class players, and rightly so for what they've done in the game. Of Busquets, these type of players, Thiago, another one, they will last forever if they are played in the right system and for themselves. Their legs will be able to go on for longer, as opposed to playing. They've got quicker minds than everybody else. So of course, like you'll see these guys going for ages. But like Pedri and Gavi, I can see them already. These guys are going to be able to play for years if they was to stay at like a Barcelona type of football. But when we're looking at players like Thiago in Liverpool system, yes, I know he's the most technical in this, and it's not about scapegoating him, but he's just not the type of player that we need for the way that Klopp wants to play. And it's just like a whole magnitude of things. Again, on Saturday against Chelsea, we're playing Harvey Elliott left wing. I beg you, tell me, what was even the thinking there? Like, I didn't even at first, I thought it was my, because I was out. So I thought it was, like sometimes on SofaScore, they just maybe put what they think the formation might be, but they're not 100%.
A lot of the companies do that, so you never really know what.
You never really know exactly. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just I didn't even take any notice of it. I saw it and I just thought, nah, you know what? It's one of them ones, like blah blah blah. And then as I saw the game, you know what I'm saying. When I watched it back, I was like, oh, he's actually playing next to Robbo. Like he's actually playing on that side. So that's actually quite interesting. Like, what made you think, after watching his performance the other day, that playing him on the left-hand side and Gakpo on the right made more sense than just swapping those two and having them in, would we say, the correct position? What was the kind of thinking there? And I think it's these kind of little things where he shoehorns these players a bit too much. We're seeing that, quite often. Baditic played all right. Thiago, Keita done okay. Like, we weren't really that great. Like, the whole team, it wasn't even that we were just shit. No. It was just that we were just there. Like, that was it. Yeah, I mean, and if I'm being honest, if you had to pick a winner, you would say Chelsea deserved it a bit more than Liverpool, in that game. And yeah, go on, sir.
I want to give, to be fair, right, I want to give Baditic a bit of credit because to make his first Premier League, so I'm not even going to say in a game of a magnitude like that, because let's be honest, it's two of the biggest clubs in the country both suffering at the moment. But it still is a big game to make your first Premier League start, especially as our lone kind of six, you would say. So I want to give him some credit there because I think he did it all right. And after he got that yellow, he then had to be cautious. He couldn't go in as much because if he had got a red in that game, we would have been picked. Then we definitely would have lost. But I want to give Badic some credit because I think for his first start, his age.
I've got to say though, like when I looked at that lineup, the reason why, and I gave Klopp credit for this, but I'm on the same wavelength as G, is that even now when I'm giving him credit, it's like, I don't want to really give him credit because he should have been doing this before, right? But he done the lineup that I said. I said, play the damn young players anymore. Forget all the old heads. They're not rating you. They're not doing what you're asking them to do. You've got to play other players. Yeah, you've done that, right? But then ultimately, we knew they're not good enough, so I can't blame the likes of Bajcetic and stuff. Remember, we were saying if we lose but we play that team, that's calm.
Yeah.
That's calm. It's what it is, because at least now it's like your principles are more important. Your principles are more important than, do you know what I mean, just winning or losing. Because right now you're doing your principle, but you're not sticking to it because you're not playing people based on form. You keep running the same tactics. The same players keep playing even though they're not performing. You're being overly loyal. It's all that type of madness, man.
Like G said though, like after the game, I was thinking to myself, Elliot just had a blind in right wing. Why not keep him there? And it's like, I understand the generic response. But Salah normally does well against Chelsea, big game player. I get all of that, but sometimes the big managers, they make them big calls. Why don't you drop Salah? Why don't you start Elliot in that right wing role and maybe a Gakpo in the middle, and I don't know, maybe a Cavalier on the left, or even I'm hearing Nunes wasn't 100 fit, so he couldn't have started that game. But big managers make big decisions, and it might not bring Salah on as that impact sub because everyone's like, but you can't drop Salah. He's a Neville. That right wing's his. Yeah, it's been his, but we've been shit. So what now? You might as well try.
But Romz, you didn't even have to do that. Just swap Gakpo and fucking Elliot. That's all you keep Mo there. I don't even care. Like you didn't even that. Like all of that. Yeah, you could have 100% done, but that might have just been a bit too complicated. Might not worked out. Blah blah blah. All you have to do is just put Elliot in his position. That's all I'm asking. I'm not even asking for you to do a madness. I'm just saying the brother played well there against Wolves. That's his normal position. That's the position that you signed him as. So why did you play him left wing? It's like we already have 100 left wingers anyway. So it's not like Elliot's ever going to play there ever again when everyone's back. He's going to be shifted up to the right or in central midfield. This is what I'm saying, man. Like, guys, are you not bored of this brother? Like, are you not bored of watching him on a weekend and he's just doing the same things over and over and over again? Even when he's trying to do something right, he's doing it wrong. And I'm just like, bro, I don't even get it. You've just reached that point now where it is what it is, bro. Honestly, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. Looking at, obviously, we looked at the passes, looking at the attacking third passes now, and look, Mohamed Salah, Thiago, Gomez, all these attacking third passes, no penetration. No penetration.
No, they were to the byline and just passing sideways.
Passing it back, sideways, all this stuff that we used to grill these players for. And look at that. Attacking third, but you've got Jorginho and Mark Cucurella. Yeah, I mean, there, and they still create more chances than us, which just looks dumb. She just run through this stuff. And then you look at chances created, and this is what I mean by the no penetration. Bajcetic was our most creative player on the day.
Wow.
Where's Salah?
Mason Mount.
Where are you, bro? And hold on, people think Mason Mount can't get into our team.
Exactly.
He gets that number 8, bro. He gets that number 8. He takes it off Keita and gets that number 8. You might even get the skipper's armband.
Do you know what, JJ? You know the only rebuttal, JJ? Do you know the only rebuttal to that though? Now, I was listening to a few Chelsea podcasts and streams after the game. Do you know where I kind of get where they're coming from? You know me, I rate Mount as you do, but Mount got in so many positions that game and did. There was one where he dragged this shot so wide, and there was another one. You know when he got the ball and he tried to square it to, I think, Lewis Hall, I believe. Yeah. Bro, all he needed to do is place it. Alisson wasn't even saying that. There was I think it was Alisson's right hand side. It was gaping. Yeah. All he had to do is place it. And I'm starting to think, if he's in this Liverpool team, we're giving him praise now, saying we rate him and he'll come in and do a job for us. But same way we're getting on to Salah and that, imagine that being Mount. Mount might just come in and do the...
No, but you're right. But our players are doing that anyway.
You're right.
I'm not saying that Ra, he's my first choice. I'm saying that a Mason Mount gets into our team and starts. That's what I'm saying. That's what's scary.
Yeah.
Bro, gee, what if you had Mason Mount as an option? You think he's not starting over our midfield?
Bro, like I said, there's a bag of man. Like, it just is what it is. You're right. There's a bag of man that I would have. Mason Mount probably would start in this team, man. That's just how far in the mud man is at this moment. So,
that's
what it is, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Look at some of the others as well. Once there's chance to create. This is quite interesting. We're looking at take-ons. And this is what's just scary.
Brother just came off the bench.
Words.
This is what's crazy.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
And Milner, where's Elliott's take-ons? Where's Gakpo in this? Salah with always take-ons, just nothing, not showing anything, no end product. Thiago take-ons from deep. Mudryk, we knew he was taking on people like high up the pitch. Ziyech done decent as well. I don't even know, what the hell has happened to Salah, bruv? The best part of your game, which is being able to get past the man, is gone now. This is something that was a basic part of your game from the time you were like 13 years old, bro. You were at Arsenal doing that. You were at Chelsea doing that. You were at Roma, Fiorentina, Liverpool. It was always based on being able to beat your man. You can't beat your man for shit anymore.
You know what's scary, JJ? Normally they say with quick players, that's inevitable. They start declining, but Salah's still quick. So it's not like he's declined in pace. He hasn't. I don't know this for sure, but the running stats from now, he's age 30, 29 or turning 30, or he's 30 already. If you compare maybe at 26 to 30, I bet they're still similar because he still is lightning. We've seen him run. So it's not even like he's declined in. You see Mane, I think you two would agree. You know, like with a Mane or Joe Gomez because of his injuries, but Mane, you could tell he was slowing down just a bit. You could see it. He wasn't as electric. He didn't have that burst anymore.
It was that burst. Is that it's not even the burst. Mane still could get away from his man. If he ran, he'd beat you for pace. It was the shift. Because Mane would go from a stop-start and move, he'd be so fast. Salah don't really do that. Salah's always moving the ball. Mane used to stop the ball and just go like, see ya, and leave you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is difficult to go and keep up. But pace, you should be able to have. Salah was never based on that. Salah was just running.
Yeah.
Salah can't even run. He can't even outrun Badia Shadil, Cucurella. They're all having him up now. They're all eating him up.
I don't know, bro.
350. Mr. Starman.
Your boy.
I think it's like I said to I think on Thing. From a selfish point of view, when it comes to Salah, you start him regardless because nobody else in the team will get his goals and assists, unfortunately. But for the team, you have to drop the guy now. You got to end up dropping him because his performance levels are it's just not really helping, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, they've tried you out wide. They pushed you further to the touchline, which didn't make no sense. Then they put you kind of now centrally in front of goal, but we don't create the chances for you anyway. So, honestly, like, I will just drop him. I would generally just drop him.
That's when I'm looking at him, bro. Create them for yourself.
Nah, but I'm not. I can't. I disagree because when has he ever created them for himself? Like, when does he ever do that? Like, Salah's never been a brother. He's not a Hazard where he's gonna pick up the ball and do that. Like,
but for me, G, different situations bring out a different side. I hear you. I do hear you. He's never done that. But in the moment and situation, I hate that buzzword that we're in. Maybe he now needs to develop that in his game.
But that's the problem. But this is what I've said. When we were talking about signing a Salah contract extension, I always went and said, Salah's the goal getter, right? He's the goal getter. That's what you're signing the money for. But it's a weird one because the position he plays in means that you want more from him is all-round gameplay. Otherwise, other players have got to do the gameplay, right? But we've signed this brother on money like he's a player that can go and do everything. He can do everything. He can score goals. He can create. He can link up. He can do a Neymar. He can do that type of like he's that type of player. He's not. He's not. The reason why he thrived, and look at the games he thrived in. You had Salah, but then you had Bobby Firmino, Coutinho, and Mane. Coutinho goes. You had Mane. What did Mane start to do? Look how many times Mane would drop off, get the ball on a half turn, do a 1-2, link up, thread the ball into Salah, or thread it into Bobby. Bobby then creates. Salah was always on the end. Yes, he can go and create. We've got top quality players that are in positions. He's a top quality player. But now we need you. You're the star boy now. It's like LeBron when LeBron's young, you can do your thing. If you're becoming our star man in that team, you got to do everything. You've got to be able to go in and you got to do it and be able to give us that clutch assist. You've got to be able to go and give us that clutch free kick. You can't do it, bro. You can't do it when the chips are down right now. Like right now, he's not doing it. Yes, we've seen it in the past. He's done it. But when we're paying him that amount of money, you got to deliver straight away. It's like with the Bellingham signing.
I was just about to say.
As soon as we pay you that money, you're that main guy. Remember, the debate was, do we go and give Mane the money or do we give Salah the money? Remember, this is the debate.
Yeah.
Right? We gave Salah the money. That's fine. Mane's gone. Cool. We can live with that. We sign another player. You best deliver, bro. You best show us why you're that main man. Because I'm telling you now, Ronaldo was doing that at Real Madrid. When the chips are down, these brothers do it at the highest level.
No,
where are you now, though? Where are you? Stand up. Where are you? I want to go and see you get the ball and do a 1-2 with Fabinho, drop the shoulder, spread a 30-yard pass because like Kane does. Sorry, people talk about Kane. That's what Kane does.
JJ,
I don't have to score the goal. I'm not going to have to score the goal, but I'm going to be pivotal to this team. If he's not scoring, what does Salah offer?
JJ, and this is what I was saying, yeah? You know how
he gives us runs. Antonio gives us runs.
JJ, you know how we were saying, yeah? Now we were saying Salah's not that he's not even beating his man, but we've always known him to do. I think you went off camera, but I was just saying to G, right? You know, I've played wing, and even when I haven't, if you're 9 times out of 10, I was quick, so I'd beat the winger, but there'll be the odd time I'll be 1-on-1, or the left back was quick, and I thought, you know what? You still have to find out different ways to get around him. Then instead of me knowing he will outrun me and whatnot, you then do the 1-2. You find different ways, and that's all I'm asking for, Salah. Just try and find a different way to then get close to the goal. It's just so frustrating.
Saying that 1-2 is easy. I'm not going to lie to you. When you're on 350 bags, I'm not going to be able to go and see you cutting inside. You're doing reverse passes. Like you're doing everything. You see when Neymar, yeah. You see what Neymar did in they got knocked out. Was against Serbia.
The Croatia goal,
right?
Yeah.
But you see that. That's what I need to go in through some Salah, like more or less every game right now. You need to be dragging us from the depths. The same way Hazard's done it, the same way we've seen Ronaldo do it, the same way we saw Suarez do it, people. We've seen it at our club. When the chips are down, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything. I'm scoring the free kick. I'm taking the flipping set piece.
CVG.
Because I'm that main. Steven Gerrard has done that. But we've paid this brother this amount of money and he's not doing it. And this is what I'm saying. People are saying, look, our midfield can't supply the attack. Yes, our midfield can't supply the attack, but guess what? Then he goes into midfield, then he becomes the midfield. The same way Kane becomes the midfield. It Spurs when they're dead and helps them get top 4 last season. That's what I need from you right now. Not just the goals. Like, I hear that. Goals are important. Right now, we need to go and show you have more. We have more from you now because you're that main guy. We've made you that main guy. Mahrez. Mahrez. Because JJ, that's what I'm talking about. Is that no? I'm doing everything right now. I'm gonna have to do everything in this team.
JJ, because I know you. Yeah. Let's say Salah didn't get didn't register a goal or assist for the next 15 games, but our next 15 goal we score, he had an important role. You'll be fine with that because he's at least showing you. Do you know what I mean?
I'll be fine with that. I'll be looking at that and saying, you know what, this brother's a baller.
Yeah.
Because without him, we're dead. But right now, it's not that without Salah, we're washed. That's what I'm saying. We're paying 350k for someone that we're not really relying on. We don't care. What are you doing? We might as well play Nunes and Gakpo and Elliott. We might as well. Why? How on earth are we playing someone 350 bags? Yeah. How on earth are we playing someone 350 bags? And we're saying, you know what? Leave him on the bench, though. Leave him on the bench. What? Imagine Brazil. Imagine Brazil saying to Neymar, "No, leave him on the bench. It's calm. It's calm. We got other options." Doesn't matter because he's so important. You play every single game, but guess what? You deliver. You deliver. When we got to need you to go and play that 30-yard pass and drop deep and do this, you need to be able to go and do that. What? I'm sorry, at 350 bags, I need you doing that. If you're not doing that, then why are we paying you that money for? That money. Think of the players that have earned that amount of money in their lifetimes as footballers. That's like less than 1%. That's like 0.5% of players of all time have earned that top earning money. We're talking Neymar's, Ronaldo's. He's in that bracket. Where are you, bro?
Nah, that's facts, bro. It's facts. Like I said, this is the catch-22 that you have now that you've set that precedent of you made that choice between him and Mane, and now we're in a position whereby now you've made that choice. You either need to facilitate whatever he's going to do, or you got to be guaranteed that this brother's going to be able to do what it is that you're asking him to do for that type of piece. And since January, he's just been stinking. In terms of his performance-wise, yeah, his numbers will always be good because he's a numbers man. But in terms of his performance, I've said it 100 times, man, his performances have been stinky. But it's almost that I look at it and I think, what do you even do now? Like, if you're Liverpool, what do you do? Obviously, yeah, cool, you can just sell him. But if you don't sell him, what do you then do to get this guy to like just get back to or do something? Like maybe that has to just come from within in terms of himself. If not, maybe it does need to be dropped. I mean, like Romz said, the guy hasn't been challenged since he actually came to the football club. I don't think he's ever had really replacement. He more or less, he's fit all season. He's never injured. So he plays like every game, unless it's a cup game. And that's when he gets his breaks. So you're like, brother, you play all the time solid, bro. You are not Messi or Ronaldo. So I don't feel like you weren't always playing as much as you do without there even being a little bit of a challenge. And that's,
for me, there's been 4 players that have never really been challenged for their position, even when we were winning everything. Cool. More recent times, you could say. Then again, sorry. Alisson, Van Dijk. But Van Dijk, because we just don't really have a centre back as good as him. Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, only recently with Ramsey, but we never now see him. But I'll say Alisson, Dijk, Trent, and Salah. But the reason why Salah's more scrutinized is because of the position he plays and the output we need from him. Do you know what I mean? So
but that's what but this is what I'm saying. It's not that. Listen, if Salah was the main guy, but he was being paid 70 bags a thing, I wouldn't be saying anything. You're far clear of Verge, who's just as imperious in his position. If not, he was the best in his position in the world at one point. The best, bar none. Salah's never been the best, bar none. Ever. We've given you that money. Carry the mantle now, bro. Man, when you look at basketball, look at what Michael Jordan and them man have to do. I give it to me then. Give it to me. Just give it to me. Romz, I know you've played baldies, but we've seen it with Messi. The reason why Messi is Messi because what happens? You know what? Just give me the ball. Just give me the ball now.
No, JJ.
The defense is dead. The coach is horrible. He can't even get the tactics right. Just give me the ball. Give me the ball.
JJ, and you know what's worrying? Because I've got to shoot off this, but do you know what's actually worrying about Salah? That, you know, all them, let's say athletes you name, the LeBrons, the Messis, the Neymar, the Mbappes. What's worrying about Salah right now? They love that pressure. They thrive off it. They actually want to be that's it. They want to be the difference maker. I'm looking at Salah now like, do you even want to be the difference maker? Are you just happy to coast, go through the motions? It's not nice.
No motivation. I look at this team and I just think not just Salah, but there's no motivation.
Romz got a cut.
I got to work in it, but big, you lot smashed the like, subscribe to JJ TV and Keepin it GTV. Sorry, but big out everyone, man.
Love, bro. Love.
Cool.
But you see what I mean, G, is that, you know, when you look at like elite sportsmen, like elite, like, and he's being paid an elite package, right? I need you. Forget about, but De Bruyne doesn't do this and this. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the facts. If I'm paying you that amount of money, bro, you best be doing what LeBron's doing. You know that? You're going coast to coast. You're getting the ball and you're saying, you know what? I'm taking this set piece. I'm having to wrap it into the top bits. Gerrard was doing it for us.
Facts.
Like you can't. And this is the problem with Salah, is that Salah was the goal scorer. Not the all-round play, brother. We had Bobby and Mane for that. Mane was the one that had to move to the right and then move to the left and then play in the centre and then drop deep and do the Bobby roll and spin around and stuff. Salah didn't do that, right? Cool. Bobby was the one that had to drop deep, do the passing, link up, have to get the ball, right? Everyone worked as a team. That's fine, but they were all on par with each other in terms of what they were getting paid. Salah's gone and they've said, we're giving you 350 bags because you need to stay at our club. You best do everything now. It's not just about because guess what? If he was playing rubbish, but was still you're looking, you're like, bruv, man still got 15 goals in the league. That's mad. Bruv, I wouldn't be able to say anything. And we were saying that for so many years. oh, but the performances aren't great, but he's still getting goals. Now he's not even getting goals. Bobby's still got more goals than him in the league.
It is fucked when I think about it. Like, and obviously, I'm gonna do a video. Actually, I was gonna do a video on Salah now that we're talking about it. I said, yeah, let's talk into Salah, because it is true. Because what do you do? What do you do with Mo Salah? As Jerry said, Anthony, he's been the top goal scorer since he joined the football club every season. One he obviously shared with Mane, but in terms of overall, he's always been the top goal scorer. He's always been the guy we relied on to get the goals. Now we're kind of shifting in the way that we potentially play. So maybe there's something in that. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think it's a multitude of things. I think it's him in terms of his own motivation and his own personal goals and stuff like that. I also think it's the team and the management. They've not helped him at all in terms of out of position, just the way that we play. It's just not helping him anyway. So then that's where I agree with you in terms of, now I need you to now go out and do, as you said, a Hazard, a Messi or something, like, because you're getting paid that kind of money. So I need to now see you do those kind of things where you're picking up the ball. Them goals that we saw against like your Man Cities and stuff like that just before he was signing his contract, where I'm like, okay, say no more. This is why we want to pay you the big bucks, because you're out here doing the big things. But now you're not, and you're showing that you're on some level of a decline, and you're showing that your game was only based in a certain system, and you don't know how to adapt yourself to a different way of playing. And because you don't know how to adapt yourself to a different way of playing, inevitably you're going to get old, so you need to adapt. And if you can't do that, especially in this system, we're seeing that Nunes is far more effective than you. Nunes just came. Nunes shouldn't be as effective as he is when you still got Salah in the team. It doesn't make sense. That you should still be the most effective person. But we seem to have shifted now, and Nunes is now becoming the most effective individual in the actual team. So you're almost not needed, as Jerry said before. Like, you're looking at man who's getting paid $350 a week, and man are saying maybe we just bench him. How does that work? So there has to be something in whatever it is he's not doing, trying to do, the management, the style, whatever it is. There's just something going on there, and I don't know what you do. Honestly, I just think it is that time where I just say, bro, just sell the guy. It'll be easier if you just sold him. You get someone else. I'll try and get two players in, or whatever I can do to get someone else in who's just got that hunger and that fight. Because right now, he just ain't got it, bro. And why are we trying to force it every single week? Like, it's just looking stupid now. Every week there's a stinker.
Yeah, and big up to MMLFC saying that he adapted in 2021. He said there's no games. He didn't adapt. He just done the same thing he was doing.
Yeah, he never adapted. Yeah,
he's never adapted. You've never seen Salah and been like, Mane adapted.
Yeah,
forget what
that's
you
an
think about
adaptation.
him. I'm not saying who's better. That's an adaptation. That's like, I'm playing down the right wing. I'm then playing on the left wing. I'm then having to move into the centre.
Yeah,
and then at the
Salah's never had to do any of it.
Salah's haven't had to do anything. He just played the same role all the time. It's only when we've had injuries and stuff that he's had to go and play down in a different position. But it's not because like, oh, now his role's different. Like we're changing because the team needs to progress. Like an adaptation is like flipping what Trent done, isn't it? From centre mid to right back. That's an adaptation, isn't it? Like, I had to change my game. That's what we need to go and see from Salah right now. But I need to go and see more all-round play. It's not about now. You've got to go and show that you're more than just goals and assists. You're more than goals and assists. You're everything to us, because Gerrard won't goals and assists. Do you know what I mean? Gerrard won't goals and assists. Gerrard was, oh, you know what? If Gerrard's not playing, we're finished. Right now, we're looking at Salah thinking, if he plays, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't play, it doesn't matter. Same results.
Which is mad to say, considering how much we're actually paying the guy as well. Like, that's what I find the funniest. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I also just think as well, like with the team, with the style that we play, when you've got someone like a Klopp who's in charge and the way he wants his teams to play, your players like Salah, inevitably, their decline's going to look even madder. Like, that decline's just going to look brazy. And we saw it with Mane as well. Like, it's just going to look mad. Like Henderson. Like, if you realize all of these players, their decline looking crazy though. Like, it isn't even looking like a normal decline where, with most players.
Yeah,
it's over years. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not as good as he was last season. Not good. And then you just see it eventually. Like, and then it's like with Gerrard, I saw it like one season. I was like, right, he's looking kind of a little bit bigger than that. Like, he's not looking the same slim Gerrard anymore. Like, I don't know what's going on, but that was over years. I didn't even notice it. But these guys, it's like in the shape of like 2 seasons, everyone just dropped. And I was even watching, just before we move on, I was even watching something a guy was talking about like players and he thinks Liverpool should buy and stuff like that. Quite a few people have retweeted it out, and I think he mentioned like a few free players. I think Guate. I can't remember who the other two, but anyways, he spoke about Fabinho, and he actually showed. And this is why I say when you're winning, people don't say nothing. Fabinho's stats from last season are very similar to this season.
Similar. Yep. Remember, we
very
did
similar.
it. We did it.
Oh yeah, for real, exactly.
No, we didn't do it, but we compared it to certain DMs that we wanted to go and get. Remember, we done that show, and it showed that his stats are actually
they're quite similar. So
quite similar, yeah.
So what is it that we're seeing then with like when you look at again, this is just if you're looking at numbers, but when you look at the numbers, they're the same as last season, or give or take, they're very similar. If not, last season he was actually worse off in some things than he is this season. So I'm looking at it thinking, like there's got to be definitely something in it's the style of play. Like it is generally the style of play. It just can't always be maintained when so many of the players are starting to just kind of decline together. But this is what I talk about, the sustainable tactics and stuff like that. This is why I'll always harp on about Klopp.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just looking at this as well before we kind of go through the comments, obviously head out. Looking at player influence, this is obviously kind of the average positions, and the this shows obviously the influence that each player had on their kind of role. So then bigger they are means that they kind of dominate that area a bit more. Obviously, the keeper, the centre backs, and obviously like you're seeing Robertson and Milner, they're going to have a lot of the ball. Thiago as well, hence why they're going to be larger. But then it's obviously showing obviously the average positions as well. This is what's scary. Where's Elliot in this? Elliot's supposed to be our left winger. He's playing as a what?
Bro, there is no left winger.
No, but there is. It's there. It's Thiago. It's Elliot here next to Thiago. You can see Thiago.
Yeah.
You won't see it. It's Gomez, Thiago, and Elliot is that kind of small thing. And this is what I'm saying. We've played someone left back. Left back. He's playing as a winger because he's bombing forward. But Elliot is not helping him out. He's not making any overlapping runs. He's not coming inside. Gakpo is central. I guess he kept his shape. Salah's right. Influences.
But even Gakpo and Nunes, though, bro, like both are just kind of. Well, I guess they came on one. Yeah, one came up from the other. But yeah, this doesn't give me anything to really. Like I saw someone in the comments mention about like positives and stuff like that. I was like, there's literally one positive, and that is more the sheer fact that Chelsea are as shit as us. So we were always going to be in. It was always going to be one of them kind of games, and we didn't concede. But the performances are not good, guys. Like the performances are still stinky. Like we are still stinking up the place easily, and I'm not happy with this as well. Why is Elliot so central, but he's supposed to be playing left wing? I don't get that.
And this is what I don't get is that
look at Trent. Look at even at Trent. Isn't Trent supposed to be the right back? Look at Milner and look at Trent. Trent is where Bajcetic and Konate is.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. I just don't know the idea, the plan. You could see it in the game, devoid of ideas. You don't know what they're doing. Milner's playing as a wing back. Trent's playing as a centre mid. Salah's just Salah. I don't know what to say anymore. The stats are there. The tactics are there. We're stunned though. What? I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, G. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm quite stunned.
Bro, we said it. We've said it all season, man. Like I said, man, it's Klopp mentioned about little steps, and this is one of the little steps. You know what I mean? Then this is just one of the little steps. Like we'd have to see in 7-8 games time, like if Liverpool have not conceded for like 6-7 games and we've won all of them, then yeah, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Then we'll judge it then, kind of thing. But at the moment, the performances don't look like they're changing much. I still feel like they're kind of very similar, kind of thing. If anything, I wouldn't say we look worse, but it's just it's almost to be honest, it's just the same. It's just the exact same. Because now we just ain't looking like we're scoring. Yeah, we stopped conceding, but we don't look like we could score a goal to save our lives. So then what? I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly,
but G, it was one game, G. This is just one game.
No, technically it's two, because technically Klopp's saying it's two. The Wolves game plus this game. He's saying, yeah, that's 2 clean sheets in a row. I'm just saying, I'm just going with what Klopp said.
Well, look, 2 clean sheets in a row. The Wolves game, obviously, we had to go and obviously we changed up the team, which is fair. The Chelsea game, I mean, if you can't get up for a Chelsea game, what the hell are you getting up for? These players are going to get up for a Chelsea game. So this is the best that we could offer. This is the best that we could have offered. 12:30, early kickoff, set things right, set a precedent for the league. This is what we do. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna get to some of the comments before we head out because this just starts to hurt my brain after a while. Because just like Vincent Vega saying, like here, like I'm getting tired of discussing the same shit every day. Nothing is changing in the near future, and that's what it is.
Vincent, so
that's what it is. We got Zach Grattan, big up to Zach, saying, what worries me about Salah is he did not even register a goal or assist in the Bournemouth 9-0 win. Yeah,
that was mad.
Crazy. Chris saying Salah needs to know, knock on the boss's door and tell him he needs to play higher up, stop shirking. If you don't, but the thing is, this is what I'm saying. We're saying he needs to play higher up. How about if he's believing in his source and saying, no, I can do this role. I'm that Don Dada. If you feel like that Don Dada, you're gonna try to do this, this. Do you know what I mean? Free roam thing. You know, like I'm the main guy. You know, like what Alfonso Davies does for Canada because they ain't got players.
Yeah.
But you see, I'll great example. You see what I mean by a brother like that? Alfonso Davies for Canada. You're coming up top trumps. You're doing something. Give me the ball. You man are dead. Give me the ball. I'm gonna have to
take the mental. Take the mental.
Exactly. We got Jaw saying, who is Salah gonna 1-2 with? He's been 1-2 with Elliot all season. Elliot and Trent, they've been 1-2 the life out of each other with no penetration. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, that threesome is not the way not the threesome I'm trying to see. But I'll take that's not a threesome I'm trying to see anytime soon. But
Boy Pella Moraine, my big up saying Salah has not made Nunez and Gakpo's transition to LFC easier as I would expect from a senior forward. Yeah, I don't know. Something to say. We got P.L. Ryan saying the whole team is devoid of confidence.
Yeah, being ninth will do that to you.
Yeah. And plus, if we're talking about our main man, confidence don't come into it. You should be giving the players confidence. That's what it should be. I don't want to hear you saying, no, I'm not confident, so I'm not going to play well. Like, no. Sheila, big up to Sheila. Sheila's saying, look, I think Salah is done, sadly. Hope not. Because we're in trouble.
Hope not, but if he is, just sell the guy, man. Shit. Why are we hanging on to these guys? I don't care. Like, just sell them.
Parma saying Klopp is simulating the season like it's FIFA. Yeah, that's how it's feeling at the moment. Big up to Colin Dykes. Colin Dykes saying it's either a coaching problem or these players might just have checked out on listening to the same old. Both of those, it goes back to the manager. Coaching is the manager. If they're not rating what you're saying, do you know what I mean? Then you need the dad to come home and bring out the belt and go, oi, do you know what I mean? Then it's the parent.
You know when you're shook when you like if your mum or dad boy you did something wrong at school and you just knew, bro, I don't even want to go home today. That's what Liverpool need, bro. Right now they're calm. They'll go home because they know. Yeah,
they're coming down and saying, like, "Shut, Jurgen."
Shush, man. You're not beating me.
Ravi saying, what I don't get is why Liverpool are moving Meaty, but the club, when we don't need to, but the club can't see what's wrong. Sorry, I'm lost. I'm lost, Ravi. I'm lost. I tried. Albert Boafo saying, I can't run, but what's the difference between Hendo, Fabinho, and me? I don't know. You probably got a better technique. You probably got a bit of. I mean, that first time ball over the top might work a bit better. We know saying, and then Nunez does what? Why are people trying to force tactics to only get Salah goals? This ain't Salah FC. That's facts.
I hear that.
That's facts. I agree. Tahir Qureshi, big up to Tahir, saying, I think Mane left because when Salah is playing crap, Klopp would take Mane off when he had the good game, and you can see the disgust on Mane's face. All those things play a part. Yeah,
loyalty. I told you the brother's too loyal. How many times can I tell you?
Eunice saying, would you take Gravenberch on loan?
Yes,
I'll take anyone on loan. I swear to God, I take Sander Berger on loan from Sheffield United right now, bro. I'm that desperate. Take someone. A body. See, even G right now. G before was saying, nah, we need the right player. G just taking anybody right now. It's the end of the dance, and he's just like, I need a ting, bro. Like,
I need a ting because I ain't going home alone.
Adorned by Miguel's come on. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, what? And you got about 3 minutes until the lights come on. You're like, I need to pattern something, otherwise the night's been a shambles. You take anything, bro. That's what we're at. 23rd of
Slim pickings, boy.
Exactly.
Slim pickings.
Sui Jr. saying before the contract he was ambitious and was eating with the goal bonuses, but now he doesn't need the bonuses, and I think he's given up on Klopp because they don't have the same winner mentality. Maybe. I don't know. Awaken World saying Mane was declining as a left winger, to be fair, until we went central. Yeah. adapted himself. If Salah's declining, I need you to do more than just go and get goals now. Maybe show me you can slap a free kick inside, innit? You're always standing over the free kick. You're never scoring them. Why are you standing over them?
Real talk. Yeah, I always find that weird. Like Liverpool have one free kick taker in the entire team who's gonna like strike at goal. Let's stop doing this running over the ball thing. What does it do?
I mean, Hendo's standing over it like he's gonna wrap it. Like, come on, man, he ain't wrapping anything.
Even Robbo don't take free kicks to score. He takes them ones where it's like wide areas, like to put it in the box like a corner. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Mo Khalif saying we got Arthur Marshmallow to come back. Yeah, that great man. Anfield Road End saying, you guys remember when Edgar Davids went to Barcelona on loan from like January to like 20 years back? He galvanized them into Champions League. We need someone to come in and do the same. Facts. Gargoyle Blaster laughing at Arthur Marshmallow. Yeah, it's crazy. A couple more. See, look, said even the fat chick looking good right now. Desperate times, isn't it? And big up.
Hey, big up my BBWs, man. You know what I mean? Like, you never know.
Never know, man. You never know. Let's see. I got a couple more before we head down. Voice of Reason. Big up to Voice of Reason saying, look, this doesn't feel like a real rebuild. Doesn't feel like a project. Doesn't feel like we're throwing money at it. It just feels like a freestyle FC with two lunatics running the asylum. Man saying they're in Arkham and they can't get out. You know, just
yeah, no, 100.
Yeah. More let's go and see, man. But yeah, it's just not been great, man. It's just not been great. Sadiq Edwards saying that's an issue today. Too much information out there. Don't know what to believe. That's in regards to who we get in, who we're selling, who this player is. It's true, 100%. 100%.
I agree.
Sam Max Legend saying Gakpo is a Pep Linda signing. He says he's the missing link or piece of what exactly? The effing toilet flush. Jesus. I don't know. It's, like I said, it's scary. We've got Mike Corleone big up saying playing wing is a young man's game now. If you're over 30, you struggle wide. Salah needs to be transitioned into a more central or sold. You know, facts. You look at even Son, isn't it? Didn't him and Son share the golden boot last season?
Yeah, it's mad though when you think about it, because man saw Ribery and Robin doing their thing into their 30s like it was calm.
But their game was like, give me the ball. They're both, give me the ball. I'm going to do something. I'm going to play an assist. I'm going to wrap a free kick. I'm going to take a set piece. I'm going to jink inside and play a reverse pass. Do you know what I mean? A la Thiago-esque. That's what they're doing. Salah's not going to be able to go and do that. That's the problem. That's the problem.
No, that's true.
And then you're saying, this is what he's saying. We're saying with facts, but then this is the question. Then why didn't we buy a right winger and transition Salah into a striker role? Ask the manager. Ask Linders. Why did they...
There's a comment here. Let me see if I can. Here we go. I don't know if I can. So we know say it's funny people laughed at 37-year-old Ronaldo, but now calling for Salah to be transitioned. You know why I wanted to pick that comment out is, again, Jerry just said it there in that last sentence. Ask the manager. This style that we play is not sustainable for longevity. So these players are just burnt. Like, you will die after like 3-4 seasons with this style. So because it's now, you got to realize, we're saying Salah at 30 needs to be transitioned as if to say Salah's 37. No, it's because it's almost like he's aged in dog years. Like, he is probably 37 in dog years, like in football years. Like, his legs are moving like he is at that age. But that's because of the style of play that we're playing. If we played a different style, if he was at Manchester City or whatever, I guarantee you'll still be getting an effect. Look at Mahrez. You're still getting an effective Mahrez. Is it Mahrez 30 now? I feel like he's 30.
Yeah.
And Mahrez is still mad effective for the team. He wasn't fast, nowhere near as quick as a Mo Salah anyway. He had a bit of pace, but nowhere near like a Mo. But he's been able to adapt his game because in that style, in the way that they play, it doesn't matter about, you can keep going on until your Fernandinho was doing ball up at fucking 36 and that. But here, we can't do that. So these guys are literally, this is why I keep saying Klopp. People think I have an agenda. No, bro, just look at the evidence that's there, man. His style of play, his football is adding more and more years onto these players. And he is the reason why they're burning out. It's not them. How can it be them? They're the ones just playing the football.
Yeah, exactly. Albert, big up to Uncle Albert. Albert saying, JJ, we have to apologize to LFC. Linda's bought the wrong Guardian. He should have brought Kudus.
Yeah, I told you, bruv. About this.
He had that Dutch connection and just looked and was like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Even
That's
he
what it
thought,
was.
yeah, Kudus ain't gonna be. He's gonna have 1-2 AF touch. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather the AF touch right now than whatever he's doing.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Exactly. Michael Coolio said Ronaldo wasn't playing pacey winger role at 30. Facts. I was
100.
really transitioning to striker and knew what he was doing. Knew what he was doing, banging 50 at 30 because he knew what he was doing. What did Messi do? Messi wasn't playing right winger, running down the touchline at 30. He dropped in, was playing in the 10. He's playing as a false 9, was even moving into midfield. He was having that free role, the give me the ball role. The same role he's doing right now. The same role he's doing right now, which is mad. It's mad. Before we obviously head out, I wanted to go and chat about Gakpo. I think we haven't really just chat about him. What are your thoughts on him so far? I know Romz spoke about him in terms of his shooting and stuff, but
Like I said, I just don't know. I saw Mudryk come on. I can see instantly what he offers. Gakpo's this is his 4th game, I think, for Liverpool.
yeah, third, 4th
No
game.
one in the chat could tell me what his position is. I don't care what position he played at PSV or Holland. None of you could tell me where his position is. None of you could tell me where he fits into the team. None of you could tell me what he brings to the team. So that makes me think that when everyone's fit, this brother must be a bench option. There's no way I don't want Gakpo starting if this is the Gakpo that we're going to get. And I don't want to hear the excuse about he's coming into a poor team because that's not an excuse. You either do your job or you don't, kind of thing. Like you're a new signing. You're not a part of the regime where you've been playing with everyone else when we've been shit. So you don't. There is that excuse can't really work for you. You've been flying high with Holland at the World Cup, with PSV in the season. Like you're coming in as a new fresh player, and I just think that we're not seeing what the hell that he's being brought here for. And I think that's just my kind of thing. Like, what do you see with him? Like, what do you think his best position is? If you think he has one.
Yeah, up. I mean, it has to be the left wing, isn't it? It has to be the left wing.
Does it?
I don't know what. Can he play as an 8? I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I honestly
don't know. You're saying what's his best position? It's got to be the left because that's where we've seen him play. Until I'm proven otherwise, whether he's good on that left wing position, I don't know. But I don't know. This, like I said, it's just. Man, I'm saying Divock Gakpo and that. It's just. Oh.
Bro, Divock probably had more moments in him. Like Gakpo don't look like that kind of brother who does.
Yeah, it's just he looks like he could be another Dirk Kuyt.
Oh, fuck's sake, bro. You know what's so mad? People rated the guy. I used to get so pissed. I used to think, brother, how'd you go from? You're so lucky. Benitez was just a good manager. Like he was able to turn you into a winger like this. Like I don't trust that Klopp's gonna just turn you into this banging winger like out of nowhere. I don't trust that happening still.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. But look, if we're seeing Joe Linton version 2, like Romz is saying, maybe that's the case, but we'll have to wait and see. But look, man, smash the lights, people. It's been another Tactics Board. Thank you for staying with us. There's been a massive cohort of you just rising out of us. Big up. Make sure we're smashing the like, subscribing. Before we head out, G, let the people know what's coming up on GTV. I know, obviously, we've got a couple of things that are gonna load during the week, but we'll let the people know when and where. The only way you find out is by following us on the socials, making sure that obviously you're subscribing, clicking the notification bell, as always. But G, what's going on, man?
Yeah, tomorrow. We spoke about it a little bit today, guys. We've been banging on about Salah. So stay tuned tomorrow morning. Gonna drop around about 10, 11-ish. Gonna drop a Salah video. Guys, give me a title name for Salah video. Give me in the comment section now. And if you can leave a comment as well, if you're watching this back on the replay, give me a title name for the Salah video. And then, yeah, whichever one I think is the best one, I'll just pick that one.
Mo Sahara, dry ability or dry tactics?
Yeah, to bruv. Whichever one.
Mo Sahara, dry abilities or dry tactics. That's the one, man.
I need like, you know, because most of it I like a catchy name, like a title, and then whatever. So yeah, anyone who's got a name for me, let me know. DM me if you want on Twitter, obviously G Keepin is G. And yeah, man, that's what we've got coming up. But we've got therapy. What's therapy? Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe still. See what one.
We'll see. But yeah, make sure we're subscribing, make sure we're liking. Yeah, big up to everyone in the building as well. Listen, we're on 100. It's looking at 870 subscribers. We're that far away from that 1K. Please. We want to try and make 1K before January because we've got a couple things loading. a couple of people that really want to come on the show, chat about football from a footballer's perspective. Don't want to talk too much, but it'll be incredible. It'll be incredible to go and do that. But yeah, we need you guys to help us as much as we're helping you. So look, until next time. Yeah, exactly. Until next time, it's been the Jerry James Show, and we're out, people.